Okay, so this is now the second time I'm doing this video because the first one did not save. Okay, good morning. I'm doing this on my phone, so I hope the quality's okay. I'm going to go over gout because it's something my dad has struggled with for probably 30 years, and he also has uric acid kidney stones. He has been in so much pain because of this. He's had to have steroid shots. He's taken daily colchicine and allopurinol, which I've kind of gotten him off of. I found a product that I actually found it on PubMed doing some research. It's called Irave or something, and the active ingredient actually decreases uric acid levels. So I plan on including that in my final project. For right now, he's just managing it with cherry juice and high amounts of water, and then also taking the Irave stuff. On PubMed, I found 6 systematic reviews. One looking at dietary supplements for chronic gout, dietary food sources of fructose containing sugars, and fasting blood uric acid levels. This is a systematic review and a meta-analysis of controlled feeding trials. The effects of polyphenol-rich foods, something like cherry juice, which seems to be effective without sugar, and concentrates on recovery from exercise-induced muscle damage. So this study is looking at polyphenol-rich foods in association with muscle damage, which I think can be related to gout. The effectiveness of cherries in reducing uric acid levels in gout. This is a systematic review, which I think is great and a great alternative. Also the clinical use of turmeric. I know there's a lot of data around turmeric for arthritic conditions. Arthritic conditions are associated with gout. Gout is a type of arthritic condition because it can affect the elbows, the knees, the toes, any joint where uric acid crystals can form. This is a systematic review looking at turmeric with rheumatoid arthritis, which I think can be also applied. And then the last one I found is dietary interventions for gout and effects on cardiovascular risk. So there's also a lot of comorbidities when talking about gout and cardiovascular disease, because gout is kind of a rich man's disease because it's associated with a high purine diet. Diets high in purines would be like red wine, shellfish, steak. Those foods are expensive. So decreasing those foods can lower your incidence of gout. You want to put somebody on a low purine diet would be the first intervention. Also making sure they're drinking enough water, and then looking at their kidney function, I believe, is important because my dad's kidneys also work at a 70%. And I do believe there's an association with that because he had some kidney damage from taking NSAIDs, from taking COX-2 inhibitors. So when taking the COX-2 inhibitors, he had to be put on dialysis. Ever since he was on the dialysis, he developed gout I think because his kidneys aren't able to excrete the uric acid properly. So I also think seeing a nephrologist and looking at the way the kidneys are excreting uric acid levels is really important. Making sure there's no blockages in the ureters, making sure there's no stones, and then doing whatever needs to be done. But as a dietitian, I believe the most important part is managing it with a polyphenol-rich diet, turmeric, lowering saturated fats because there seems to be an association. Really just getting uric acid levels in the blood lower, because free-floating uric acid makes these crystals in the hinge joints. So diet's really, really associated, water intake. I plan to go into all these things in detail, but this is a brief overview of what I plan to talk about. Okay, thank you so much.